So on October 1st, the Trump administration sent a so-called compact for academic excellence to 9 major universities. On the surface, it looks like this great deal to improve education, freeze tuition, require standardized tests, crack down on grade inflation. But buried in the fine print, we see sweeping demands, of course. Bans on diversity programs, caps on international students, and even the power to dismantle entire academic departments considered ideologically biased. Now, thank goodness, our governor said if any California university signs this radical agreement, they'll use billions in state funding, including Cal grants, instantly. California will not bankroll schools that sell out their students, their professors, researchers, surrender academic freedom. This is a big deal. Let's play a little clip first about one university, University of Texas, Austin, who's actually considering this.
That's my alma mater. No, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What was that?
That's my alma mater.
I'm sorry.
Really hoping they weren't one of these fucking idiot universities.
I'm so sorry. Well, let's see. Let's see what it says. I didn't get to go through the whole thing.
Tuition and admissions in order to get federal funding. It's part of a compact the Trump administration has asked 9 universities to sign. KVU's Isabella Basco explores what that could mean for academic freedom in Texas.
With the Trump administration asking 9 universities to sign a compact in exchange for federal money, it's what one UT Austin professor calls a new strategy to influence what happens in higher education.
I'd say it's relatively unprecedented to see something like this come down. And I think, it definitely has people in higher education circles all across the country talking about what it means.
KVU News got a hold of the compact. The document asks universities to stick strict gender roles and asks that no more than 15% of a university's undergrad population participate in the student visa exchange program. It also bans factors like race, nationality, and political views from being considered in admissions. UT Austin education professor David DeMatthew expects faculty across the country to have concerns.
Just seeing the federal government, take aim at a variety of topics and issues that are typically controlled at a local level in universities.
KVU News reached out to UT to ask if the university will sign the agreement. We received a statement from the UT system, which says in part, "We welcome the new opportunity presented to us, and we look forward to working with the Trump administration on it." But we talked to students who feel differently.
I really hope to see UT stand up for itself and hope to not implement those standards.
I think in these times we have to support each other where and when we can. And it would be nice if the university could set that example. But, I just don't think if they decide to do this, I don't think they would be doing that.
For DeMatthews, he believes the best action universities can take is to generate more discussion and dialogue.
So I think it's a great opportunity for universities across the country, for university leaders and politicians to openly discuss what this is, what it means, and why they should or should not move forward with it.
And the Board of Regents chairman also says they are honored their flagship was selected by the Trump administration for more possible federal funding. And they, quote, look forward to engaging with university officials and reviewing the compact immediately. Now, the other 8 schools included in President Trump's request are a mix of public and private. There's Vanderbilt, USC, Dartmouth, Penn, Brown, MIT, Virginia, and Arizona. Now, the Texas Faculty Association sent a statement calling the compact another attack by President Trump on academic freedom.
Oh, yes. Project 2025 doing its job.
This is absolutely an attack on academic freedom. I don't understand why people in education think that adding more standardized tests to things, especially in colleges and just school in general, is going to make people smarter. It's making people dumber. It's making people have less creativity. And this is some 1984 bullshit. That's what this is. It's, they're talking about banning race and gender and nationality. The universities of this country are one of the foundations of what makes this country great, including the international students. And so many universities are so different, and we can't have this like, oh, you must comply to all these standards bullshit. It's like, yes, there's certain standards, but then there's these things that you're trying to do where you just want to turn people into mindless robots. And we can't have that at our universities.
Absolutely not. And you talked about, I think you were talking about standardized testing. Some people think, oh yeah, well, cap on international students. That's more for us, when it's absolutely not, because right now there's no federal cap, because international enrollment is a major funding source because they pay full tuition, right? So that's a huge impact on the universities.
I'm sure too that, a lot of these schools, if they don't do the federal thing, alumni is going to donate. People are going to donate and make up the difference.
I already donate. UT Austin has such like a big endowment already. Like, I don't even understand why they're considering this. Why? There are a lot of alumni who are very wealthy and donate handsomely, and they call me all the freaking time, ask me for money. I guess I will be sending them a letter telling them why I'm not sending them any money if they go forth with this, and I won't be the only one. This is ridiculous.
That's a great point, to reach out to our alumni organizations for these schools. If you are an alumnus, then reach out, right, to your schools and tell them no. It's another one of those things like the bill, right? This big, beautiful bullshit bill that says, oh, this is really good because we want to freeze tuition for 5 years. And people go, oh, yeah, that sounds really good. But today, universities set tuition annually, often with increases to match inflation, salaries, facility costs, etc. So while it sounds good for students short term, it could starve universities. Now, some of these bigger universities, like you said, Keisha, have these huge endowments, right? And have a lot of support. So, that could go both ways. I think the bigger issue is the crackdown on DEI, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the bigger ones, and that's the one we know that they're targeting. Standardized testing, we talked about. Ideologically based departments. That's the scary one. Whose ideology? Well, theirs.
Stephen Miller's.
Christian nationalists. That's the ideology.
Did you notice who wasn't on that list? The likes of Yale, Harvard, Stanford, Brown.
I think Brown was on the list, but
was on the list.
Columbia wasn't.
Sorry, Columbia.
Yeah, so it was UT Austin, MIT, USC, UVA, Vanderbilt, Brown, Dartmouth, Arizona, Penn. But we all know these are just testing grounds.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For everybody else. So this is something we have to keep our eye on, because this is the future of our country right here. This is some scary stuff. Scary stuff. Any more comments on this?
Do we know more about the gender role, the gender cap thing? That's something about no gender balancing or something like that.
It probably sounded, I think it must be something. When I heard the gender thing, I thought it meant more like the non-binary and that stuff. And
you're supposed to stick to the two genders, and that's it.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
So so to ban race, sex considerations at admissions might be part of that. So the Supreme Court already cracked down. There'd be an explicit federal level ban, no consideration for race, sex at any admissions or hiring. That one's a little bit different. That's part of the DEI. Yeah, I didn't find any detail on that part of it, but it's basically that's part of the ideology aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
So basically, you're going to do this our way, or you won't get any funding. Again, I found a good kind of a thing here for that. So Trump asked 9 colleges to commit his political agenda and get favorable access to federal money. using one's political position to bribe or extort, breaching public trust. What is corruption? I'll take corruption for 1,000. So a little Jeopardy question there. I mean,
It's disgusting. I'm sorry. It's disgusting that we've gotten to the point with this administration where we don't even have to ask anymore. Is this legal? It's not.
No.
It's not.
Keisha, to answer your question, I just looked it up. One of the terms of the compact requires commitment on issues such as gender identity definitions. So in other words, they only want the male-female gender identification. Nothing else should be recognized.
Why are they so threatened by people who are transgender? What does it matter? I understand they try to make transgender people the boogeyman because that helps them politically, but it also just seems like they're so threatened by the idea that there can be more than two sexes. Who cares?
I don't even think it's so much that they're threatened. I think it's just they want to put their foot on the neck of anybody that's not like them. It's just cruelty. That's all it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And
People live.
What's that?
I said, just let people live. I know that sounds so basic, but
I know. I say that every day. Can't
No,
you just
It sounds basic, but it's everything. Just
live, live your life?
Live.
like
Just
what
let 'em
does like who people love, how does that have anything to do with you or hurt you in any way? Let people be happy.
It doesn't.
Control, Katie. That's what they want. Control. Complete and utter
It's
control.
such bullshit.
Okay. Well, we need to keep an eye on that one just to see.